Thank you, Karina, for showing us how the company got its inception, how it got to where it is today. And now I'm going to go over some major events, current and recent past. So I'll start off by introducing the key players for Goldman Sachs. The CEO is David Solomon, who graduated from Hamilton College, and he is very passionate about the city of New York. He previously held the position of COO as well as the global head of financial sector for Goldman Sachs. His financial background leads the company to be more profit driven, but his love for the community is also very apparent. The current COO is John Waldron. He is also tied to China as a member of the International Advisory Council of the China Securities Regulation Commission, a member of the U.S.-China Business Council, and a member of the International Advisory Panel of the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Now, this strong international relation, this high in the company, depicts how much global influence organization has. Dennis Coleman is the CFO and has been working for Goldman Sachs since 1996 when he joined the team as an analyst in the bank loan division, and he has stayed a committed employee until he reached the position of CFO in 2021. The rest of the board are seasoned business officials, all of which have held the position of vice president or higher in their previous employers or at Goldman Sachs. Many of the directors also previously held government positions and worked in DC, further tying them to US politics. The board reflects a very diverse group with an abundance of ethnicities represented, and actually all of the board members have graduated from different universities, and some even have a degree from a institute in another country. So, as one of the largest institutions in the world, they are a major player in American politics and have even been caught extending their reach into other countries' affairs as well. The past 2 years, they've recorded 3.8 million in lobbying donations, as well as 2.195 million in political donations, ranking them 177th of 27,000 for lobbying and 268th out of 8,000 major companies for political contributions. While the scale does lean right in terms of Democrat and Republican, it is close to an even split, with some years even being dominated by Democrats. So they are a very, very even group, and they don't really choose sides too much. Further diversifying their political involvement, they contribute to a variety of committees ranging from agriculture to veteran affairs, and with a total of 19 different committees that they do donate to. While the company does its best to stay clean, they've had their fair share of legal trouble. In 2020, they were charged in a foreign bribery case and agreed to a settlement of $2.9 billion. They were caught underwriting $6.5 billion in 3 bond deals, earning Malaysia's development PhD hundreds of millions in fees. Not only this, but the former Southeast Asia chairman and managing director of Goldman Sachs pleaded guilty to conspiring to launder money and to violate the FCPA. In addition to these charges, $1 billion in assets were recovered from Malaysia and associated with the money laundering and bribery scheme. As mentioned before, Goldman Sachs was heavily involved in the 2008 housing crisis, and there were many implications, most of them negative, for the company. And these impacts are still being felt today, as the U.S. Supreme Court is set to decide whether shareholders can sue them for securities fraud. The shareholders are claiming losses of $13 billion in total, and the suit's merit stems from claims made by the company, such as integrity and honesty are at the heart of our business, while they were simultaneously lying to their clients and world about the contents of the subprime loans they were selling. Further deepening the hole they dug themselves, Goldman Sachs was advertising Abacus without disclosing that the manager of the hedge fund, John Paulson, played a role in picking the portfolio of subprime mortgages. This deception is a part of the reason a case is being brought up against Goldman Sachs. While this whole fiasco definitely did not help the public's view of the company, they have endured and are still trusted by 3 million clients in over $36 billion in consumer deposits. Now, they have had their hard times and struggles, but that does not prevent them from giving back to the community. They are a very philanthropic organization, and their main source of philanthropy is Goldman Sachs Gives. So the program has given over $2 billion in grants and is partnered with 8,000 nonprofits in over 100 countries around the world. One of the most recent donations was a partnership with New York City Department of Education and Food Education Fund. Goldman Sachs donated $600,000 towards student scholarships and career readiness program. The purpose of these funds is to be used for students pursuing a hospitality, or culinary focused career. The CEO commented on this, showing his love for the city and its future development in more than just the banking world. This generous giving does not stop at the borders of the United States either. In the past 12 years, Goldman Sachs has helped Ubuntu Pathways, granting with grants totaling 1.8 million, including 175,000 during the COVID-19 crisis. Ubuntu Pathways is a South African nonprofit that breaks the vicious cycle of poverty with its system of education, health, and household support. The most recent donation helped get 40,000 people vaccines, daily food to over 30,000 people living in poverty, and personal protection equipment to 27 institutes around the country. Now I'll pass it off to Emmy to go over the company culture.